Spain, UK.
Yeah.
Very
Spain, I will say, I did have issues with
Also
Spain,
Germany.
and I still do. But Spain came back all the way today. Spain was very generous today. You know, I told them I'm going to stop trading.
What did Spain do there?
They made, they honored a request for lots of payment. And if they didn't, we wouldn't even talk to them. They were very bad. They behaved very badly, in my opinion. But there was great unity in that room today. The NATO room was pretty amazing, actually. There was something very good about it. I actually wish the press was able to stay. Now, they may have been different if the press was there, but there was tremendous unity and togetherness. It was quite nice.
There's more U.S. troops out of Europe, and if so, how many and where specifically?
I haven't made that final determination. A lot's going to depend on Greenland, and a lot. I mean, you know, we're going to make a very good deal on Greenland, and if we don't, maybe I will. And a lot's dependent on Iran. I mean, they want to help now. You know, it's a little late to the thing because essentially there's not that much fighting to be done. But some will depend on Iran. You know, when they had a chance, an opportunity to help, they chose not to. So, but we're sort of forgetting about that. And now they want to help. They all want to go in. They want to help on Iran so badly, but we don't really need help. It's little things, but we don't really need help.
Was this your last NATO summit?
No, I think they came a long way today. They made some concessions, and I think NATO came a long way today. And one of the things, you know, we shouldn't be paying for the kind of money we paid for. No president. I did in my first term, but Biden immediately gave it back. No president should be having to pay the kind of money we pay. And again, we're really there for protecting them, not for protecting us. So it was ultimately it was protected against this protection against the Soviet Union, now Russia, but it was against the Soviet Union. And you know, honestly, we're very far away. We have an ocean separating us. But we'll see. The meeting today settled a lot of things. It was a very, very good meeting. And people understand that the United States we've been treated very unfairly. And then on top of that, they weren't there for a really de-nuking, because it's really not a war so much, it's a de-nuking of Iran, denuclearization of Iran. So this is all about taking nuclear weapons, not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons, and everybody should like that, even you. It's a very good question. See, I'm a big fan of many bills, but I'm a much bigger fan of the most important bill. It's called the Save America Act. It's voter ID, it's proof of citizenship, and it's no mail-in ballots. Other than it would be very, you know, easy on this, frankly. But military, illness, disability, vacations, you can't get there, you're away, business. But other than that, you should go and vote. And if you don't, people cheat. People cheat. You look at California, look at what happened to the Spencer Pratt thing. I mean, with the votes, hundreds of thousands, probably millions of votes gone. Well, he didn't make the runoff. He was so far ahead of third place, it was ridiculous. Maybe ahead of first place. But look at that. Look at what's happened with Steve Hilton. Had the U.S. attorney not started an investigation, they would have gotten Steve Hilton out too. So we're a third world country in some states with respect to voting.
Friday is the deadline after which the housing bill will become law without your signature.
I'll make a decision. Not that I dislike it. I dislike the fact that people aren't voting for voter ID with a picture. How can you not vote for voter ID? And by the way, the public wants it 94%. Voter ID, proof of citizenship, no mail-in ballots, other than with the exceptions. Take a look at what we've done in terms of favored nations. We paid the highest drug price in the entire world, and now we pay the lowest drug price in the entire world. And that means 400, 500, 600% difference. Think of it. The press doesn't want to write about it. And to get that, I had to get the drug companies to do it, and they were good. But they were good because they knew that I couldn't get the countries to do it. You had to get both. And I called the countries. I said, if you don't do it, I'm going to put a very big tariff on you. That's more money. And every country agreed to it. So we went from the highest drug prices in the world, like in New York, a pill cost $130, and in London it cost $10. So now it costs $20 and $20 because the world is a bigger place, so it's not really split 50-50. So we got it down, and it's a great question because that should have a huge impact on healthcare because prescription drugs is a big price, but prescription drugs have come down 400 to 500 to 600% under Trump. And that alone should win us the midterms. And the Democrats will terminate it and try and blame somebody else like us did, as I call it, the Democrats. Well, what's happening is housing costs are going down because, and rental costs are going down because we're getting so many illegals out of the country. But Joe Biden raised the cost of housing by 40 and 50%. The cost of rental, because they were housing illegal aliens in all of those empty units, and now they're coming down because we're removing people that are here illegally, criminals from the Congo, from Venezuela. We love Venezuela, but Maduro emptied out his jails. They opened up their jails, they let them in. But many countries did that. 25 million people, and we've gotten, I think we're getting most of the bad ones out, and we start the process, but we've done very well on that. But it was a tremendous increase in housing costs. By allowing you don't even think of that. And you know who paid for it? The federal government. So the federal government is renting at tremendous prices all of these houses to service illegal immigrants, but they're not taking care of our soldiers. They didn't take care of our soldiers. So it's a sad thing. Enjoy the flight.